Hey you guys, my name is Tanisa Brown. I'm the CEO of Keys Realty Group, and you guys are getting first-hand improv off the dome interview with my son Jacoby Sanders in Raising a Realtor. For those of you guys who don't know, which you probably do because I post my family on social media, I'm the mother of two and the grandmother of two, and Jacoby just happens to be the youngest of my two children. And a recent graduate. You graduated class of
2020.
So he graduated class of 2020, and as everybody knows, 2020 was a crazy year. That was the graduation of during the pandemic. He also, oh wow, you're an amazing kid because you were born in what year?
Oh, two.
Oh, getting kind of old. So he was also, while pregnant with me, you were the kid during 9/11.
Yeah.
Oh, that means you're destined to be something great. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Kind of destined to be something great. But what I really wanted to do was introduce to Kansas City and to the world Jacoby as a realtor. It's been an amazing journey so far, and we're only in the beginning. So kind of tell me about how you became a realtor, Jacoby.
Well,
You could probably start out like your senior year. What was it like graduating during a pandemic?
it was very disappointing. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I wanted to get a football scholarship right before the first day of practice. Broke my hand, so broke it in three places. Out the whole season, didn't come back to playoffs. There ain't no point. So then I'm like, okay, hand's still healing. I'm gonna get a baseball scholarship. You know, the coach was asking me to play. So, ready to start playing before the first game, pandemic happened. You know, so I'm thinking like, dang, what I'm gonna do? I don't got no scholarship, and I want to go to college, but I don't want to be in debt from college. So that was really it was a fork in the road, and I wanted to play sports, but so I really just thought I said I know I needed a foundation in something. Either way I do. So I was like, my mama do real estate, I might as well do it too.
So I'm happy that you said that. So when you were thinking about, you were still at that point, you were still determined to go to college, right? So we kind of sat down and we came up with a plan because Jacoby still wanted to attend college, but he didn't have a scholarship in order to do so. So being that I was into real estate and I had properties, what I did was I sold Jacoby one of my properties. And what was your plan? And what did you have to do? You purchased the property, and what did you have to do? And what was your plans with once you sold the property?
My plan was to pay for college through the house, you know, through fixing the house and flipping it, and just pay through college through that. But as I did it, you know, I realized that even if I still went to college after flipping it, I'd still be broke. And it's either the two options was being broke or being in debt. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it really came down to.
So kind of tell the people a little bit elaborate a little more when you say it was about, you came to the decision of being in debt or being broke. Did you decide not to go to college? Or did you decide to, hey, I'm going to take partial of my proceeds from the sale of this property that I just renovated? He didn't go into there. So during this whole time of not being in school, his senior year, he worked on this property. So that was what he did. He went through the entire process of renovating this property. So not only was he a general contractor, he was a contractor for his own property, an investor. And so he worked on his property, and with the proceeds, he was supposed to pay for college. And what did you decide to do?
I decided I was going to at least sell one more house before I even go to college. I didn't really think about it. It really has been a fork in the road because I do want the college experience. I ain't gonna lie, I do want it. I do want to see and go play sports. I do want to try it out, but is it really worth the risk of me not making it and wasting all that money to chase this, and then realizing that how many people really go in debt from college and don't even use the degree they earn further in life. So I really have to realize that, and you know, swallow a hard pill, you know, and it's been tough. I've been thinking about going back to college, but I know I'm not ready, and I just been talking to graduates and people, you know, alumni for people they talking about they did go to bed. Most of them don't even use their degrees, and so I'm thinking, do I want to go just to have fun? Because if I'm just going there to waste money, there really ain't no point of going. And, you know, and to myself, I knew myself if I went to college, I would have probably wasted some money at first because my mind wasn't even in books because we just after the pandemic, my mind wasn't even thinking about school. I'm thinking of social interactions, you know. So that's really what it was.
That's a good thing to know and understand self, because there's people my age who still don't know and understand self. So that's a good thing that you knew that if you did go to college at that time, that it wasn't going to be beneficial. You weren't going to benefit from you spending your money, whether it was getting a loan or the money that you earned. So let's fast forward. Let's fast forward it to current times. So not only have you renovated and sold that property, right? Made a good profit. You sold in the seller's market, so that's good. You also, in the meantime, in fall of 2020, you decided to join the family business. So tell me about you deciding to become a realtor.
Well, I can't just sit at home all day, and I was like, why should I make somebody else money when I can make my own family money? So that's where I just veered into the path, and you know, I took the class during the pandemic, you know, and I never forget, before we even start, they ask everybody why they're here, and I just hear change of occupation, and these are some people that got a college degree. They got degrees and they changing their jobs. They in their 30s, late 20s, changing their jobs. You know, I'm like, dang, they spend all them thousands of dollars and they changing their jobs. So that's it. Like, it just kind of like veered me, took down that road. I was like, yeah, I don't want to be one of them. I don't want to go back like, dang, it was a nice time, but I wish I didn't do it. So it really got me in that mindset. I go back when I feel comfortable of spending X amount of money, you know.
That's good. So you at 18, you realize in a room full of grown-ups, various ages, wow, these are people who've gone to college or maybe didn't go to college, but they've been in a career or a job for so many years, and here they are now at maybe 30, 40, or 50 years old deciding to become a realtor. And here you are at 18 taking a big leap of faith. You're going against all the status quo, all the normals, which is graduate high school, go to college, get a degree, find a job. But nobody tells you in between there all the ups and downs, the debt that you incur. You probably not even finding a job. You decide on your own, because I didn't decide for you. We had a talk about it. We had a talk, but I let you decide on what you wanted to do. You just had to do something. But you were in class and decided, hey, I'm going to be a realtor. I'm doing something right, because here it is, the people who I look up to or supposed to look up to are in the same place that I am at 18. So now you're an agent here at Keys Realty Group, 19 years old. You've sold a house of your own that you renovated, and you've sold and worked with a few clients to date. What would you say to other teenagers your age, whether they're a senior in high school, 18, 19, 20, 21? What advice would you give them? One, think about it. One, about their after high school plans, and two, taking the time to invest their money in something different, such as real estate. So many of you guys, and so many high schoolers, they focus on their clothes, their shoes, they're hanging out with their friends, or what's the freshest car or jewelry they could get. I don't know. What do you teenagers? What advice would you give them? Would you give your peers about plans after high school?
I say plans after high school. The best advice I give to them is you don't have to go to college. You know what I'm saying? It's countless. So many people didn't have to go to college, went to college, and now in debt. I say definitely get you uh, get you a job, get you a trade, if anything. So even if you do go to college and you don't do it, you still got a trade to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would definitely do to generate income to pay off that debt. Even if you do anything like I always knew is real estate. People need a place to live. People need a way to get to work. People need a place to work. You know what I'm saying? And people need clothes on their back. So, and I always thought those are the main things everybody need. So, I would enter, and there's limitless amounts that you can reach in those fields. So that's what I really thought. And I was like, if I was doing anything, anybody, I say get one of them cores, because you can sell 1,000 shirts or anything, you know, or 500 shirts or 500,000. You know what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere, some place that somebody needs a necessity. Definitely, I get a necessity skill or trade or hobby or anything where, you know, there's no limitations on how much income you can generate. I definitely do that. I advise them, you know, and some people might not like it. Some people might not encourage you, but you know, it's you deep down. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what you want, and you gotta know that they ain't always gonna see eye to eye to you. You don't always gotta hang out with everybody. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think for your future, because you fresh out of high school, we grown. You know what I'm saying? We can't think of them childish ways. You know what I'm saying? We gotta grow up for real. People gotta go to work every day. You know, they got 9 to 5s to go to. You gotta provide
For yourself.
for ourselves, or kid, or whatever you got for your family. I don't know your situation, but you know, you gotta provide. You know.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, so what would you say to somebody that, say you walk into the school, you see a classmate and they're thinking about real estate, getting their real estate license too? What would you say to them?
I say go for it, because even if you don't like it, it's just another skill. Like, there ain't no limitations to it. You could just be sending referrals. You see somebody that wants to buy a house, send them to somebody. You got a little change, you get a little piece of change. It's a hustle, and I say it's a skill. It's a people skill. It's everything. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be. It's actually fun. I didn't think it was gonna be this fun. I thought it was gonna be like how it is on TV. You interacting, meeting people, and it's so many different ways. There's commercial, there's land, there's residential. It's everywhere. Multi-millionaires got a real estate.
Portfolio.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, you know, it's definitely something. It's definitely, if you want to elevate yourself and really strive to make it into a better, you know, tax bracket or anything, definitely get real estate, because the multi-millionaires, they all got real estate portfolios, you know.
So you would recommend getting your license, if nothing else, just if you get it, have it, and you can always do anything with it.
You can always do anything. You can literally just referrals, you know, you can literally just do that, and that's literally nothing. You just, if I go to college, I'm doing referrals. I'm referrals trying to make something, you know. I don't want to be eating noodles in college, but if I got to, you know what I'm saying? I got to. I'm doing referrals. I don't think I ever lose my license. It's amazing, actually. It's a great experience. I think everybody should experience. You know, I don't even like talking. I don't even like the internet, but you know, I got to get out of my comfort zone sometimes. You know, and my mama be telling me, you know, you gotta promote yourself, you gotta market yourself. I don't really like it. I ain't never really been too much into the internet, but hey, it's the lifestyle. You wanna better yourself, you gotta be out there. Nobody's gonna notice you in the shadows. You know, you gotta come out to the light.
Yeah. So again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Raising a Realtor. So this is our first impromptu interview. Nothing was practiced, straight off the dome. I've been trying to get Jacoby to get in front of the camera to tell his story, and we'll do more of these, because there's so many young people out there that we want to reach and talk to, because there is a better way, there's another way, and real estate is a way. So until next time, with Tanise and Jacoby, Raising a realtor.